Judge Judy was the star of a super popular court TV show. She ran it for 25 whole years and was the best at what she did. Then one day, she just disappeared from the show. But she didn't quit forever. She started something totally new. What she's doing now and what she built will totally shock you. Back in February 1993, a woman named Judy Sheen noticed something important. She had no idea that this one thing would completely change her whole life in a way she never expected. Way back in 1965, Judy passed a big important test called the New York State Bar Examination. Right after that, she went to work at a big company as a lawyer for a makeup business. But there was a problem. After 2 years, she realized the job just didn't make her happy. So she quit and decided to stay home and take care of her 2 kids, Jamie and Adam. Then in 1972, she decided it was time to go back to work. But this time she wanted a job that would make her feel good and not stressed out. A friend told her about a job as a prosecutor in the New York Family Court, and she decided to try for it. People thought she was really impressive, so they hired her. Judy quickly became a legend, and her tough, no-nonsense attitude made New York Mayor Ed Koh pick her to be a criminal court judge in 1982. By 1986, she got a big promotion to be the supervising judge in the family court's Manhattan division. People described her style of justice as tough and sometimes even a little harsh. But Judy always said that wasn't true. Still, that tough style is exactly what made her famous. And that fame made a woman named Heidi Getlin tell her husband Josh to write a story about her. Josh worked for the Los Angeles Times, and he wrote an article about Judy saying she was a woman who really wanted to make the court system work for everyday regular people. That article helped Judy out a whole lot because it got the attention of 2 people named Kay Switzer and Sandy Spreeman, who worked at a talent company called Rebel Entertainment. They introduced Judy to CBS, and CBS put her in a segment on the famous show called 60 Minutes. The people watching absolutely loved her, and Judy quickly became famous all across the whole country. Since she was now so popular, Judy decided to use that fame. So she wrote a book called Don't Pee on My Leg and Tell Me It's Raining in 1996. After that, Judy retired from being a family court judge after hearing more than 20,000 cases in her whole career. What people didn't know was there was a special reason Judy stepped down. Her time on CBS's 60 Minutes made fans want to see even more of her. Rebel Entertainment had come up with an idea for a TV court show kind of like the People's Court, and they pitched it to CBS. CBS loved it, and they asked Judy to be the judge on a show that would be named after her. She said yes, but something felt off to her. She didn't click with the bailiff they had for the show. She wanted somebody different. But who? Judy thought of someone, and she picked up her phone to call. Back in 1995, a man named Hawkins Bird had read a news article about Judy's book and really liked it. So he wrote her a letter saying that if she ever needed a bailiff, he would put his uniform back on for her. When his phone rang, he already knew what his answer was going to be before she even finished talking. Just like that, Judge Judy was born, and it completely changed court shows on TV forever. The chemistry between Judy and Bird was really special. He was the serious no-nonsense bailiff who stayed calm and didn't get caught up in the cases. He kept things under control whenever people in the courtroom started getting too rowdy, and was a steady, calming presence that the audience really loved. Fans always got excited to hear him say "Order, all rise" before each new case started. With chemistry like that, Judge Judy wasn't just the most popular court show on TV. It was one of the most popular TV shows ever made. It's too bad things didn't stay perfect between Bird and Judy, but we'll talk about that a little later. Judge Judy regularly got between 9 and 10 million viewers every single day. It even beat the ratings of the Oprah Winfrey Show multiple times too. At one point, the show was the #1 rated show in all of daytime television. How did it get so popular? We'll explain that very soon. The show kept getting more and more popular, and eventually it got to a point where Americans said they trusted Judge Judy more than all the justices on the United States Supreme Court. But the audience didn't just see Judy as a regular judge. They saw her as one of the greatest pop culture icons who ever lived. Other shows that wanted to get people's attention would always mention Judge Judy as a reference. Even though the public loved the show so much, it still wasn't winning any daytime Emmy Award. But even without that, Judy herself was winning awards and getting honored by lots of different people and organizations. Judy got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in February 2006, and she got inducted into Broadcasting and Cable's Hall of Fame in October 2012. The awards kept coming, and in April 2013 she won an award from the Vice Presidency of the UCD Law Society. But Judy still wasn't satisfied. She really wanted her actual show to win something. She was worried about it, but she tried to tell herself that the shows that did win that award ended up getting cancelled anyway. Even without winning, Judge Judy still pulled in a huge crowd of viewers and showed no signs of stopping. But that same year in 2013, something really big happened. After being nominated 15 times, Judge Judy finally won its first Emmy Award, and that opened up the floodgates for even more awards. The show won the Emmy again in 2016 and 2017. Judy herself kept winning awards too, and in 2014 she won the Mary Pickford Award from the Hollywood Chamber Community Foundation at the 2014 Heroes of Hollywood event. Though if you ask Judy herself, maybe her biggest honor was the Guinness World Records she received on September 14, 2015 for being the longest-serving judge or arbiter in courtroom-themed programming history and for having the longest-running courtroom show. On top of all the awards, Judge Judy was also making a whole lot of money from the show. Her earnings were so high that they actually made headlines everywhere. In early 2005, her salary was around $25 million per year. Because of that, her total wealth grew to $95 million, and she became the 13th woman on the Forbes list of the 20 richest women in entertainment. But not everybody was happy about how much money she was making. Some people thought it wasn't fair for her to earn that much, while judges handling real court cases every day were making way less money. That wasn't the only criticism Judge Judy got though, and there's more of that coming up later. Even with all her wealth, Judy was really tired, but she still loved what she was doing and the connection she had with her fans. So when the studio decided to bump her salary up to $45 million per year, it made her love her job even more. But there was something interesting about that raise. The fans still loved the show, and they liked that Judy gave them the kind of quick, no-nonsense justice they wished they could see in real-life courtrooms. The audience wanted people to get justice fast without all the complicated legal stuff, the delays, the lawyers getting in the way, or the long drawn-out appeals. Fans loved how smart she was and called her a human lie detector because of all her years of experience in family court. To them, Judy was like a real hero of justice who shut down bad people with total confidence and finality. But not everyone felt that way. While lots of people liked the early Judge Judy episodes for being fair and patient, some fans didn't think Judge Judy was as great a judge as everyone made her out to be. They even asked if she could be taken off the bench. They accused her of cutting people off, deciding how a case would go before hearing everything, or treating certain groups of people unfairly. According to these critics, whenever Judy had to deal with people who were struggling financially or getting public assistance, she would get mean and dismissive toward them. But what many people didn't realize was that Judge Judy had a real problem. As the seasons went on, she got harsher and completely lost the patience she used to have for the people in her courtroom. The show was making lots of money for everyone involved, and because of that, Judy didn't get to take breaks the way she really needed to. There was basically no way she even could have taken any break. The show actually paid the people who came on as litigants, and depending on things like how long they were on screen, they could get paid as much as $500, which was the highest amount, or as low as $100. Some people even got around $250. That money came on top of the show already paying for nice Hollywood accommodations and covering most or all of their expenses while they were filming. And even when Judge Judy ordered someone to pay money, the defendant didn't actually have to pay it themselves. The show covered it for them. Because of all this, many people allegedly came on the show and made up fake disputes just to get paid. That's why critics accused the show of being more about drama than real-life situations. As more and more people kept showing up to be on the show, Judy had no time to rest. In 2010, she started thinking about retiring. She had a contract that was going to run out in 2014, and she talked about maybe quitting once that contract was up. But way before that time even came, something really scary happened. On March 30, 2011, Judy got to the set and everything seemed normal except that she was completely exhausted. Judy just went ahead with her day like everything was fine, but it really wasn't. As they kept filming, the bailiff called a case, and Judy was sitting there listening to the people arguing their case, and then all of a sudden everything went dark. Judy had fainted right there on set. She was rushed to the hospital right away. The doctors ran tests and found out that she had suffered a mini-stroke. But even after that, Judy still didn't quit. Instead, she extended her contract and even got a salary increase that same year and was named the highest-paid TV star. Things were going so great for her that in 2014 she even got a spin-off show that she called Hot Bench. But she had no idea that this spin-off would end up causing her some real headaches. Judy kept doing her thing and delivering her style of justice, and in 2017 she signed yet another contract extension all the way to 2021. That new contract raised her earnings before taxes to a whopping $147 million, and it also brought along some new problems that we'll tell you about soon. With that huge salary boost, Judy forgot all about retiring and said the only way she would ever stop was if the audience lost interest in her show. She still felt full of energy and really loved her work, but she had a big idea brewing in her head. She didn't announce it yet though, and started quietly working on how to make her idea happen. While working on that idea, Judy kept right on being Judge Judy. Then in March 2020 she said something that many fans were dreading. While she was a guest on the Ellen DeGeneres show, she announced that the series would be ending after its 25th season anniversary. But her final days on the show didn't end up being as smooth and nice as she probably would have wanted. Back in 2016, a company called Rebel Entertainment Partners Incorporated and its president Richard Lawrence filed a huge lawsuit against CBS television distribution. He and his company accused CBS of trying to cheat them out of money they were owed from the show, especially since it was their former employees Kay Switzerman who first introduced Judy to CBS in the first place. Rebel claimed that CBS was paying Judy so much money that there wasn't enough left to pay them. They even said the show wasn't making as much money as CBS was pretending it was. Judy got caught right in the middle of this whole legal mess. And the woman who had spent her whole life giving other people justice was now being accused of taking it unfairly from the people who had helped her. Judy and CBS were accused of hiding other spin-off deals from Rebel because they didn't want to split the profits with them. But after spending years being both a tough lawyer and an even tougher judge, Judy was not about to let anyone walk all over her. She defended herself against every one of the accusations. She said Richard was being too greedy and wasn't happy even though he had already gotten over $17 million from her show.